Guys, my name's Roland. Welcome back to Battle Islands. Yes, sirree. So, like I said before, I'll kind of, take my time with this, and over time, I'll kind of make changes off camera. And looky here. So, not only have we upgraded our defense, upgraded our factories, and generally just about upgrade the entire base, we've gotten a commando, or ranger in this case, a oil rig, which produces even more supplies, and a shipyard, in which we can produce ships. Yep. So yes, the noble army has now gone naval. Now we just have to conquer the air. So yeah, everything's been pretty straightforward, I've been dabbling around, upgrading everyone, and just pretty much upgrading my entire island. Now, as you see there, I'm hitting the 100 mark, so stuff has kind of been a lot slower, but it's been going well. We've been I've been doing well so far. I think I may, just for the sake of it, skip over this. So yeah, we've hit the 100 gold mark, so yeah, I'm gonna stop spending gold, or I'm gonna stop spending lots of gold. So yeah, the only thing we need to conquer next is air. And in today's episode, our objective is to level up our command bunker to rank 4, because if it reaches rank 4, then we can get a hangar and conquer the air. But in order to have any sort of chance at that, we're gonna need to go into the mission mode. Starting right off with Twisted. Yes, I've been doing some attacks off camera. But yes, this is Twisted. Pretty twisted, right? Yeah, so we got 30 infantrymen, 7 mortars. Ooh, these guys actually have a garrison, and some heavily fortified machine guns, and some flak. Now, the thing is that I don't have any air units yet. I guess the game was expecting me to have air units by this point, but yeah, no. So beach in the units, get them all out there. We're gonna get these guys to do a distraction. Jeez, man. Okay, keep firing then. Oh golly, that tower's gonna mess us up. Keep going. Now, obviously, it doesn't really matter necessarily whether or not we beat the whole entire level. What matters is the loot. So this ranger guy increases my infantryman's damage by quite a bit. So as you see, we're just shelling these guys into oblivion. Looks like my mortarmen are going after the defenses, which is a bad idea. Alright, we got the command bunker, so yeah. Keep going, boys. We may actually just get all of the resources. Like I said before, oh no, my ranger's been wounded. No. So we pretty much won that battle. And we collected all of the loot, which is, of course, my initial plan. And what do you know? We can upgrade this now. It's gonna take a day, but I can wait a day. Strategist! Yay! In fact, how much does it even cost? Oh, yeah, no. So as you see, there are guys just taking a little snooze. Not doing too much. But yeah. So, we are upgrading our base now. But, I'm not going to end off the episode right there. So, yeah. Now that we've done our basic objective for today, let's get into a bit more meat into the series, and, let's fill up our supplies. Now, I know I'm below 100 now, but don't worry. We're only doing this just so we can get some more units. Don't worry, I'm not gonna, like, completely blow all of my gold, like, immediately. In fact, I might as well just wait for these troops to get done. Get you, and then just get 1 heavy gunboat and 2 light gunboats. Bada bing, bada boom, there we go. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we're doing good so far. We still have our camouflage, so we don't have to worry about that. We've got a good army going on. I think what I want to do for my next course of action is start upgrading my economy even more. Because so far, we have 2 rank 4 factories, which can produce a maximum of, of 2,500 supplies. Yep. So we're doing good so far. And while our ever so good engineer is working on that, let's check out, or no, we can't actually check out the planes. But yeah, let's actually talk about the planes in this game. The planes are probably like my strong, not my strong suit, but honestly I really like using the planes a lot. And I might have gone over this in my first episode, but there are different classifications in different planes. You've got the P-51 Mustang, which is your standard fighter, you know. He'll go around basically attacking. Now they can strafe run ground units, but where they're really good in is like in air, like fighting air-to-air combat. Which is why I'm gonna use them in my air garrison, or in this case, in my airfield. Next is the escort fighter. The escort fighter does a little bit more damage, has a bit more health, and can actually escort bombers, meaning that bombers will follow the escort fighters into their final approach. Bombers, in general, are pretty good. Now, they're obviously going to be your main ground attackers. And these guys do a lot of damage. And I mean a lot. Like, all you have to do is promote the bombers a few times or upgrade them, however you want to say it. Just upgrade them a few times, and then, you know, they're just OP. Just get a few bombers on the battlefield, and they're going to absolutely devastate everyone. So, yeah. And then, the final type of plane is the torpedo bomber, or Avenger. Oh yeah, I forgot to name all the other ones. The escort fighter is based off the B-38, and the bomber is based off the B-25. Now, the Avenger, I'll call it since it's modeled after that, is a torpedo bomber. Because of that, it can only go after naval units. Let me specify naval units. It can't go after naval targets, just naval units, like naval ships, not like shipyards or anything. So, usually, my recommendation, I kind of put him there with the fighter as defensive, and kind of like, you know, just put him in your garrison because, I mean, let's be real here. I mean, they won't be that effective with, like, actually fighting naval boats, because, number one, I mean, unless you're fighting a gigantic base, most players won't even invest in harbors or anything like that. Not only that, but just how I would recommend it, or how I would see it being used, is more of a defensive plane, more than an attacker plane. So yeah, those are all the classifications of each plane and what their special ability is. The fighter and escort fighter are both good at strafing, with the fighter being more, I think, does like a little bit more damage when it goes up against air targets, while the escort fighter can actually escort bombers in. So yeah, and let's go over the shipyard. Shipyard's pretty basic. You got your regular gunboat. It's small, it's swift. It can do some damage, but all in all, it's more of a boat that you would use to swarm your enemies. The heavy gunboat, however, well, can take more of a punch and deal a bit more damage. So it still is in there with the regular gunboat, in which you probably want to do some medium swarms with this thing, because, I mean, they can be just as weak. The warship, well, it has a different story. This is going to be your tank. It's going to be your naval tank here. And it only has one deck gun, but it can do a lot of damage. So, probably something you put in there to, like, soak up the hits and all that. Submarines, I kind of classify them along with, torpedo bombers, is you want to use them more as a defensive unit than an offensive unit. I mean, you can still use it as an offensive unit, but I think a defensive unit would be better. Speaking of which, we got promoted, so yay. I do want to put down a harbor, but obviously that's too expensive at the moment. So yeah, and what do you know, we're right back up at 100. Yay us. So now we've got Contaminant. Well, let's go check it out. We're not actually going to attack it, mind you. We're just going to look around. See what we're getting into. Ooh, oh golly, that's a fortified MG. And they've got coastal guns. They've gotten a lot of loot, though. So we're definitely going to attack them at some point. I don't want to attack them right now, though. I want to, you get everything upgraded. You got to take your time here in these types of games. You don't rush everything. Just take your time. It's not going to be the end of the world. So, what do I want to do next? I'm feeling like upgrading more of my barracks, though it is going to take 2 hours, and that's going to just be us sitting around talking for quite a long while, which isn't really my strong suit. I mean, yeah, I can commentate, but there's only so much I can commentate. Ooh, look at that. Got a supply drop. But yeah, another thing we've added in this howitzer over here. He's kind of like our coastal defense gun. So, depending on... Because see, what it is I want to just get everything defended on all fronts. So if the units are going to be going in from this way over here, they're going to have to go through my coastal gun or howitzer gun. And eventually soon to be harbor, which I will put over here, and it will kind of be a ship garrison. So, they're going to have to go through there, and then I'm going to try and place a minefield there, too. Because so far, I'm feeling like this is my least defended area. Like, I know I can move an MG up there, and actually, that may be a good idea. Then, from down here, it'd be a different story with them having to face off with them, the garrison units and the ranger, if he isn't, if he's not bruised from battle. Then over here, I'm thinking about placing a giant minefield with, 2 coastal defense towers, with, of course, the, 1 MG over there. But, placing a lot of just an absolute minefield. Now, I am thinking about areas of putting AA, but at the moment, I mean, AA is really expensive. And the thing is that machine guns and, coastal towers, or, coastal towers can literally shoot at the air. So it's not something I would really invest in, or something I wouldn't recommend people investing in until, late game, when you're, high tier and everything, and you want to just add in that last bit of defense. Because those guys are expensive. They cost 100,000 or 150,000 supplies. And I mean, Whoopsie, and very sorry about that. That was pretty awkward. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty expensive. And that's not counting the upgrades that come right next to it, okay? So, it's obviously a late tier thing I would invest in, and now I have to turn this blade thing around. Okay, just getting it in that nice, comfy position. There we go, it's charging. But yeah, so yeah, let's just go to the store and see how much it costs. We cannot see how much it costs yet. But, I mean, again, I have this game on the Xbox. So, I mean, I saw the cost of these things, and it's pretty expensive. Now, I don't know if they change it on mobile version. It probably is changed on mobile version. But I have yet to be sure on that. But yeah, coastal guns are your first line of defense. Let's actually see them now. I think they're actually called sea forts. Yeah, they're called sea forts, but I like to call them just coastal guns. Yeah, they're going to be your first line of defense. And these guys do a lot of damage. Like, so let's take a look. So a rank 1 C4 can do 15 DPS, right? And look at this. This is a rank 2 machine gun, and it can only do 9 damage. So as you see, your coastal defense is going to be probably your most powerful defense. Because, I mean, let's be honest here, you want to because you want to make the outer layer as powerful as possible. Now, obviously, you want to make your inner layer more powerful as well, but your outer layer is going to be your first line of defense. So you want to make sure that you whittle down your enemies to practically nothing right from the get-go. So yeah, and that's just my course of action. And what do you know? The troops have been done finished. They've been done finished. Yeah, real good English there. So it's a good contaminant. Now, I've got a feeling that they're not going to make it easy. I mean, number one, from the obvious sea forts. And number two, on how much open space there is, telling me that there's bound to be mines somewhere. Now, there is a safe entry point we can actually enter from, which I'm probably going to do now. Ready? Go, go, go. Charge and charge from the beach. Get your butt over there. Oh, that's a howitzer. So, my mortarmen should go after the, yeah, they're going after the howitzer. Get that howitzer. Okay. So yeah, mortarmen are just going to be going after defenses and everything. Nope. Keep them down. But as you see there, look at the defense. It's like ridiculous. It just stinking split that boat in half. Like, that's how powerful it is. Come on, you can make it, boy. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, golly, that coastal defense is devastating. Come on, don't go after the defense, please. Just go after the supplies. See, how I do these battles early on is I want to just collect the supplies, you know. Like, if I beat the level, then, you know, that's also good. But overall, I'm just here for the supplies. I'm not here for anything else. You know, I want to gain more supplies than I spend on these units, okay? So that was technically a victory because obviously, you know, we destroyed their main base of operations. Mind your step. Yep, minefield. I mean, just looking at that, it's just spelling out minefield. So we earned more money than we did have to spend. And because of that, I'm going to build up my harbor, which is going to take 4 hours. But I'm fine with that. Now, I want to put this at a pretty open position. Alright, where do I want to... I want to put it near my, I want to kind of put it near my base. Or, yeah, my main base. So there we go. We got that guy working. We got the other guy working on the fort. Just gotta take 1 day to complete it. Alright. But yeah, in other news, oh golly, it's actually Saturday, isn't it? So I'm gonna have to begin streaming at 5. Obviously now. I may end the episode short because yeah, I have streaming to do. It's kind of became like a regular chore at this point, so yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. This wasn't as long as my other episode, but that's because there wasn't much to do, you know. This was kind of just a little bit of more of an update video on everything, and like, just showing you how I've been doing on my base of operations currently. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later for more Battle Island.